Imagine walking into work every day feeling anxious, like a heavy weight is pressing down on your chest. The dread, the constant stress, it's suffocating. You start feeling that familiar knot in your stomach, sensing that something isn't right. But still, you tell yourself to push through. It's just work, you think. Everyone feels this, right? But deep down, you know that doesn't make it better. The environment is toxic, and it's eating away at you bit by bit, day by day. Now, if you can relate to any of that, you're not alone. Toxic workplaces are more common than one might assume, and they're draining, both mentally and physically. The hardest part? Sometimes it feels like there's no escape, no way out. But what if there was a simple way to uncover the true nature of your workplace? A method to see beyond the facade and realize whether you're stuck in a toxic environment. Picture sitting down in an interview or maybe a casual chat with your manager, and you're given the chance to ask that one revealing question. A question that cuts through the nonsense and provides the clarity you need. It's not about the pay, the perks, or even the workload. It's about something deeper. How does the team handle conflict? That's it. That's the question. The answer to this simple question can unveil more about the culture and health of a workplace than you might think. Do they dodge the topic or provide vague responses? That's a red flag. Healthy workplaces have clear, constructive conflict resolution strategies. It's where disagreements fuel creativity, not resentment. Where issues are resolved, not swept under the rug. If conflict resolution in your workplace feels more like a battleground than a round table, then it's time to face the truth. You might be in a toxic environment, but you have power here. You can change things for yourself and even for others. Let's address the elephant in the room, the crippling fear of confrontation. Many of us shy away from addressing toxic environments because of this fear. It's understandable. You've got bills to pay, responsibilities, and the fear of losing your job is all too real. But ignoring the problem doesn't make it disappear. It intensifies, manifesting in other damaging ways like burnout, anxiety, or even depression. Now let's get specific. You're feeling stuck, right? So how do you get unstuck? Start by documenting everything. Keep a log of incidents that make you feel uncomfortable, disrespected, or belittled. It might seem tedious, but this record gives you the evidence you need when addressing your concerns. It proves you're not exaggerating or being overly sensitive. Next, find allies. In most workplaces, there are others who feel the way you do. They might be too scared to speak up alone, but together your voice is more powerful. Share your experiences, validate each other's feelings, and plan a way to respectfully bring up your concerns with upper management or HR. Remember, the goal is to improve the environment, not to wage war. If your efforts fall on deaf ears, it might be time to consider whether this is the place for you. I know, change is terrifying. The job market is a daunting place, full of uncertainty. But staying in a toxic environment can have long-term effects that aren't worth risking. But let's flip the script. What if you're in HR or a managerial position? You have a responsibility to create a safe, supportive workplace. Begin by actively seeking feedback. Encourage open communication where team members can voice their concerns without fear of repercussions. Be transparent in how conflicts are handled and make it clear that everyone is respected and valued. Check in with your team regularly. Sometimes all it takes is asking a simple, "How are things really going?" to uncover hidden issues. And most importantly, act on the feedback you receive. Let your team see that their input leads to real change. That's how trust is built. Listen, a toxic workplace doesn't have to be the end of the story. It can be the beginning of a chapter where you take control, stand up for what you deserve, and foster an environment that nourishes rather than drains you. Surround yourself with positivity, look for the signs, and don't be afraid to ask the hard questions. Remember, the workplace is only one part of your life, an important part, sure, but it shouldn't be a source of misery. You've got the power to demand better, for yourself and for those around you. So ask that question. Dig deep. And remember, a truly healthy workplace will welcome transparency and be eager to improve. You have a right to feel safe, respected, and valued at work. Don't settle for less.